Welcome to a driveway. Finally an update on the Volvo. I have set a date on the garage to get the car through its annual checkup, the APK here in Holland. In England it's the MOT. To get it ready for its APK, a lot of things have to function. So in this video I'm going to work on quite a big list with things to get the car ready for its checkup and to make sure it's ready for its first big drive, because when I go to the APK it's the first time I'm legal on the road, so it's the first time I can drive it. So a lot of things have to be checked and done. I hope the list doesn't grow while I'm working on it, at least not too much, because it's just a few weeks and then I have to go to the APK. So if you like this kind of videos, don't forget to subscribe. Let's get started. I'm going to put the heater back in. I had made a new bracket before I put in the motor. Heater is in and connected to the original cable. This is the connector that goes to the pump. Here we have the pump. Some cables, some stuff is already connected. This is the original wire to the AC that was also around here. I've made this one from this is the original cable from the heater. I made a small bracket and I've 3D printed this remmen. Wiring goes through here. So that cable is in, now the hoses are connected. There's no proper way to fill it. There's no bleeding possibility and filling is at the highest point. Now let's see if we can get some fluid in it. I have the top hose, this one loose. I hope it will leak some air through it and the rest should be watertight. I've disconnected the control of the heater. This is the highest point, but there's barely coming water out, so I think there's a huge air bubble somewhere. Cap is on. I don't see any leaks. Let's turn the pump on and let's see what happens. I can hear the pump, no leaks. Now let's see what happens if we turn it on. The amp clamp is saying it's now pulling 9 amps. It's a 3000 watt heater and it's running on over 300 volts now, so the 9 amps should be about the maximum it will pull at this voltage. Now let's see if we can get some hot air out of it. There's very hot air coming out. And with this button I can control it. Now it's on. Now the heater is off. If I'm right, now it's not pulling any amps anymore. No, it's off 0.2 of an amp, so that's nothing. Now that is one major job done. The heater is working, so for the APK I have now the system working as it should be. Now I'm fixing the coolant system of the motor. Got a new part of a hose. Also a new one, and the rest is old stuff. I've made a very simple bracket to hold the clamp. Now the system should be watertight. Pump is very professional, attached with some tie wraps. So let's see, I have the vacuum filler connected. Let's see if it holds some vacuum. Hoses are collapsing, that's to be expected. Now it's holding its vacuum. Now let's see if we can fill it. I have no idea how much liquid is going into it, but we'll see. A little bit of air. Level is dropping.
A few moments later.
And a new bottle. But I think it's almost there. And the vacuum is gone, so it should be full now without bubbles. Let's see what happens if we manually start up the pump. This is the power wire to the pump. You can hear it pumping around. But there is air in the system. Keeps on working fine. Bubbles can go out through this hose. So if there is a lot of air in the system, it will bleed out, I think. This is the wire to the fan relay. So one side done, now the other side. This is the connector to the Zombie, and I'm going to connect it to PWM1.
You're doing it wrong again.
So I have deepened the fan control, and it's now going to the GP out. I have 3 occupied, so it's going to GP out 2. And that's because I found on the Openinverter forum that the PWM pins are not suitable for driving relays. You should use the low side switch. So I have now put it on the low side switch GP out 2, and I have to change it on the makeshift fuse box. I have to change it from the load side to the ground side. That's no problem. I just put in another power wire for it and move the control wire to the ground, and then it's all up to what's recommended in the Openinverter forum. Changing the pinouts means that I have to reprogram it to another pin. The out 2 is now cooling fan. Temperature is now about 20 degrees, so let's put it on 15. And you can hear the fan kicking in. So this fix is done, so Damien can now be satisfied with how the cooling fan is controlled. So this job is now done according to specs. I found in the dashboard that these 4, the power, the drive, neutral and the reverse, have LEDs behind it, and they go to these connectors, and the white one is the reverse. White one is the reverse, and that one is going, it's this one that's going into the front. In the front it goes to this blue one that goes to the fuse box through a 7.5 amp fuse, and then it's going back as an thin white one. I found that it's this wire. This one is connected to one of the connectors here at the back. That is going to the output of the relay for the reverse driving lights, for the backup light. So when the reverse is working, the light should go on, but I don't have anything yet to power it on. This is the schematics of the backup light, and it starts with a switch that's on the gearbox that's connected to ground. So when the connector closes, a ground connection goes into the central electronical module. That's the one we just saw. It's just another pin. It's on pin E14, the green-blue wire, and that's coming through connector 6490. This one is the connector 6490, and I found on the pinout I found which wire it should be. That's going to the switch, and that turned out to be this one. It's been cut. Let's put in a battery, pull this one to ground, and let's see if the rear lights, the backing lights, start working.
Later.
Battery is back in. I have this cable clipped to the wire. And you can see the LED is burning, that it's in reverse. And you can see the backing lights are also working. Now I've got the right wire, let's connect it up. Now it's been general purpose. This one, reverse light. Now this part of the job is done. I want the LEDs in the display working, and the signals are coming for the reverse and the drive from these two magnetic connectors. You can see if I go to drive, it moves, and in the center there is another hole. I found it's a magnetic switch, so I've got myself the same switch, almost the same switch, same thread. This one should fit in here. Let's see what's happening. And we have contact, and if I go to drive, contact is gone, so this should be working. Now let's see what happens if we start it up. It's in drive and it's on, but I'm in neutral. Rear, neutral, drive. I messed up. This is what I've done. I've made a piggyback to connect positive, and yeah, this is now going to the drive, but this is the neutral, and I've connected this one, so I have to switch those two around. It says neutral and drive. It's a neutral. It's reverse now. Reverse is burning. Yeah. Now they are working as they are supposed to work. I'm going to blast it with walnut, so it's getting the loose rust and dirt off, but it won't damage the metals. I mounted the brakes back with the torque settings up to spec according to the workshop manual, and I've also lubricated with the special lubricant according to the workshop manual. Now the wheels have shiny new used tires. They're from 23, the others that are going on front are from 22. That should last quite a while. When the wheels are on the ground, I'll torque them to spec. Power on after turning the ignition on did not work. Now, so I'm digging around. Well, this looks like it's a problem. So this is, it's the power kept on through some relays with some diodes, and one of the diodes snapped because of the fiddling around here, of course. So let's change it out and make the wire a bit longer so I can keep it a bit out of harm's way. It's very easy. If the drive or neutral stays on, then it's working. Now let's put on the heat shrink, and this one is fixed. That's it for this video. I've taken a lot of things off the list and we've got a lot further with the car, but it's not finished yet, so we'll keep on working on it. I've already been working on the wiring. It's already starting to clean up a bit, and I also have a lot of other things I still have to do, but we'll get them done before I have to go to the APK. So thanks a lot for watching, and I hope to see you on the next one.